A rapid-fire series of developments this morning in Herkimer, where police were locked in a standoff with a shooting spree suspect for more than 18 hours. We'll show you some video shot by our crews around 8 this morning. That's when the SWAT teams stormed the building where police believed 64-year-old Kurt Myers had been since yesterday afternoon. Officers say Myers fired shots at them when they got inside, killing a police canine. They returned fire, killing him. And that brings to an end a two-day drama that has gripped two central New York communities. Police say Myers set his Mohawk apartment on fire yesterday morning, then shot two people at a barber shop. Investigators say he then drove to nearby Herkimer, where he killed two more people outside a car wash. A press conference just about an hour ago is wrapped up, and that's where we learn more now about the suspect. Our Pat Bailey, who has been covering this story since the beginning and who is from that area, from central New York, is there. He joins us live now to fill us in on what we learned in the press conference and what took place this morning, Pat.
Well, Liz, the newest information we have is actually a visual for you. This is the closest we've been to the crime scene in the last day and a half. That's because, of course, it is now over. As you mentioned, the suspect is dead. Let's take a look at it together right now. As you can see there, Jim, as he zooms in, you'll see a sign that says Glory Days. That is where it all took place. Glory Days used to be a bar here in the village of Herkimer. It has been closed now for a couple of years and abandoned, apparently, for a couple of years. And that is where police say this all took place. That is where the suspect, Kurt Myers, was holed up for about a day and a half. The two newest things to come out of that press conference today: the suspect used a shotgun to kill 4 people and then subsequently had a shootout with police. We are told that that shotgun belonged to Kurt Myers, but the weapons that were found in his apartment complex were not his. There were weapons found there in another apartment, but not Kurt Myers. The second piece of information: police still don't know what the motive was of Kurt Myers, but what they do say is that he rocked this small village and instilled fear in the lives who live here for just about the better part of a day and a half. It all started yesterday at Myers' apartment. As we said, he lit it on fire himself, according to police. We went over there yesterday to talk to neighbors about him and about the situation. They say he was a quiet guy who kept to himself. The neighbors say that same man put fear in those who lived here. They say they were shocked to hear about what happened in this very small, very tight-knit community.
The only thing that we have on him from our investigation is he's apparently a loner. He didn't have a lot of contact with his family.
Now, here are the 6 victims. Harry Montgomery and Michael Rancier both died after being shot at a barber shop. Now, that was in Mohawk. 2 others were also shot at that barber shop: John Seymour and Dan Haslauer. They are still in the hospital. Police did not comment on their situation this morning as to whether they were in critical condition, fair condition, or what it may be. Also killed Thomas Stefka and Michael Renshaw. We are told that Renshaw is a 20-year veteran corrections officer in this area. We do not know at which jail or possibly prison, but we do know he is a 20-year veterans corrections officer. And Liz, as we said, this news conference just wrapping up. Police are learning as they go about the suspect and the shooter here who was killed this morning. And of course, we are following this for you throughout the day.
You know, Pat, I think since the very beginning we have thought that a barber shop and a car wash seems so random, but do we know if these people were targeted?
Police were asked that specific question, actually. Why the barbershop? Why the car wash? Did he know people were there? Has he frequented those places before? Police say they just don't know. They say that they are learning as they go about the suspect, Kurt Myers. They don't know a motive. They don't know why he did this. And they, as you heard in the soundbite, they said that they're trying to talk to family. They said the family don't know as well. So the quote from the police this morning: they hope to learn more about Myers as the investigation unfolds and as they talk to more people about who may know him, about maybe what set him off to go on this shooting spree.
All right, great job, Pat. And Pat, we want to point out, was the first in the area to break the story on Twitter, and I know he's been updating since. We're also keeping tabs on our CBS 6 Twitter and Facebook pages, so make sure to like us for updates, and there you will also find a question that you can weigh in on. We're asking, what, if anything, the government can do to prevent situations like this from happening?